Hey everyone, it's Steve, of course, and QuickBooks has decided to be a little bit annoying, and it's going to affect your homework for this week and maybe going forward. It's about how price rules are applied, and I'm going to show you what it used to look like, what it might look like for you, and a workaround. It's a pretty easy workaround, but like if you didn't know it, you wouldn't know it. So first I'm going to share my screen and show you what this used to look like. This probably will not be how yours looks, but it might. Another QuickBooks joy is that sometimes changes are not done all at once, but in batches. And basically what's happened is they've changed how invoices look, the template, and that template has broken some things. Let me go ahead and share my screen and I'll show you, start the example here. Okay, so here is, let's stop my video and show the full screen here. So here is what it used to look like. You can see update layout here. I am not going to do this because if I did, it would break price rules. You can see that this is even like, this is the update file. I believe I mentioned this in the orientation video. If I didn't, I apologize. You can find that update document. This is basically um, the textbook will update the text based on changes for QuickBooks. And so when the book, so your ebook will always be up to date if you're using one, but if you have a physical book, download these up-to-date reports to take a look. But here's the one for the price rules. I think this is kind of funny. Note that the price rules feature is randomly disabled on new invoice table templates. I don't mean if that, I don't know if they mean that it's random, like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, or just that it doesn't work overall. And here is the fix, and I will show you this fix here in a second. But yeah, I just wanted to point out that even our textbook is has to deal with these things, and it can be very frustrating. And this is more of a what I would call a welcome to QuickBooks moment. It is the industry standard; it's what everybody uses, but it is far from a perfect program. For an example, for one quarter last year's price rules just stopped working altogether for about 2 months. No reason, and then for no reason they started working again. So there you go. Okay, so this is what an invoice used to look like. Here, and it's just the first invoice. The dates don't matter. This is Joe example, and here this product, which I have made example service, and I have applied a 10% discount. And if you see here, when I click down on the rate, you have the default rate and you do the rule rate. Here is just a test rule I have. And it would default if the rule was applied to that customer, which I applied it to him, um, they would get this rate by default. This doesn't work as it should anymore. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to bring up one of the current invoices, and I'm going to show you how to get the correct information in there. So let me pause this real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, now I have pulled up an invoice for one of your classmates' companies, which is broken. You can see that the look of the invoice has changed, and largely the functionality is unchanged. Here you pick the customer, there's the invoice number, the terms, the dates. They used to be across, now they're up and down. That's not a big deal. But when you come down to the services you want to add, you'll see how this is not going to work. I kind of forget which the particular things that I think it's seven medium bath. Yeah, there we go. Seven medium bath and brushes. And you'll notice you don't have that option to change this to the discount price. And I can assure you that I've checked with the student, and they do have the Greenway Kennels correctly selected as someone who should be getting the price rule. But we're not seeing that ability to change that rate. You go here, there's nothing there. You go through these options on the side. What you don't want to do is do discount from here, because what we want it to do is we want each product to be discounted. So what we want to do instead, and you can do this one of two ways. is you can just use a calculator and figure out that, 10% off of this particular product is $27, and you can just change it manually. Or if you don't want to do the math, you can do this and have it do the math for you, like 30 times 0.9, which is 90%, and get the same outcome. So you can do it either of those ways. What I will tell you is that while this issue is going on, even if you do this incorrectly, I'm not going to count you off. This is this is something that should work and it doesn't. So if yours is off, I will point it out in the grading instructions. And starting out, at least for the next few weeks, I won't count anybody off for that issue. I'll correct it on my end and I'll point it out to you, but I won't count it off. Sorry this has popped up, but kind of welcome to QuickBooks. This is you're kind of dealing with this stuff a lot, just sort of little. It's constantly changing and being updated, and that usually breaks something with live software. Okay, that's it. Please let me know if you have any questions. And I'd also like to thank that student who turned in their homework pretty early and allowed me to catch this. This is a very new issue. Did not have it last quarter. It is just popped up this quarter. So, okay, everyone. Good luck out there. Bye-bye.